The neon signs of Station Prometheus flickered in 17 different languages, but Melissa had learned to read danger in any dialect. She balanced 3 plates of synthetic protein on her left arm while her right hand slipped the modified bill onto table 7. GoldenEye's vertical pupils betraying his draconian Herod scanned the receipt. Most patrons wouldn't notice the pinprick holes spelling out Morse code along the edge, but Barack hadn't survived 40 cycles in the arms trade by missing details. Armed, alien, after you, deal gone wrong, leave now. His scaled hand didn't tremble as he reached for his credit chip. The protein's overcooked, he said, voice carrying that characteristic draconian rasp. Kitchen's having a bad day, Melissa replied, wiping a nearby table. Management's about to come down hard, real hard. Through the grimy viewport behind Barack, 3 Krell mercenaries moved through the station's main corridor. Their exoskeletons gleamed with military-grade chrome, and the way they moved coordinated, purposeful, screamed professional killers. Barack understood. The Meridian deal. Someone had talked. Tell your cook I appreciate the honesty. He stood slowly, casual, just another patron leaving. His jacket remained open, ever impede quick access to weapons, but his claws stayed retracted. No sudden movements in a station this crowded. Melissa nodded and moved toward the kitchen, but her path curved, intercepting a Krell who'd just entered through the main entrance. She stumbled perfectly, dumping a full tray of Jovian whiskey across his chest plate. Oh my stars. I'm so sorry, sir. The Krell snarled, mandibles clicking in fury. His companions turned at the commotion. Barack slipped through the service exit. The maintenance corridor stank of ozone and recycled air. Barack's cum implant chirped encrypted channel. Why? He asked the empty hallway. Because humans are stupid like that. Melissa's voice crackled through. She was breathing hard, running. We help people, even dragon bosses who traffic in plasma weapons. That's not stupidity. That's liability, maybe. But 3 months ago, you didn't report me when I was smuggling medical supplies to the outer colonies. Quarantine was killing kids. Barack, I figured we're even. They weren't even, not remotely. Melissa had risked a work violation. Barack had risked a 20-year sentence by staying silent about her cargo. But humans had this peculiar mathematics when it came to debts of honor. The Krell will tear this station apart looking for me, he said, taking a left at the junction. His mental map of Prometheus was perfect, another survival skill. Your employer will learn about your involvement. Probably fired already. Worth it, you're insane. Yeah, well, you're talking to a human waitress instead of running. Who's really crazy here? Fair point. Barack reached Dock 17. His ship, the Falling Star, waited behind a blast door that required 3 security overrides. He had them all bypassed in 30 seconds. Melissa, the Krell won't stop with me. Silence on the line. Then, I know. Come with me. The words surprised him even as he said them. Draconians didn't make impulsive offers. Their culture was built on calculated risks and predetermined outcomes. But humans had a way of disrupting calculations. You're offering me a job. I'm offering you survival. There's a difference. More silence. Barack could hear shouting in the background of her feed station security. Probably. The Krell would be tearing through the restaurant level by now. Dock 17, he added. 2 minutes. After that, I launch. I don't know anything about weapons trading. You warned a draconian arms dealer about a Thraman Krell kill squad using punctured cardboard and distracted them with alcohol. You're overqualified. He heard her laugh, that peculiar human sound that indicated stress and amusement simultaneously. 1 minute 40 seconds, he said. Barack prepped the Falling Star for emergency departure. Undocking without clearance would cost him his Prometheus privileges permanently, but he'd already made that calculation. The Meridian deal was burned. Someone in the Cartographers Guild had leaked the shipment details, which meant his entire supply chain was compromised. Time to disappear. Again. 1 minute, 10 seconds. He pulled up the dock camera feeds. Melissa sprinted down corridor C7, still wearing her ridiculous waitress uniform, more synthetic fabric and mandatory smile motivating colors. Behind her, Krell followed, but she'd gained distance by venting atmosphere behind her. Clever. 30 seconds. She hit the dock entrance at full speed, slammed her override chip against the panel. How did she have dock-level access credentials? And dove through as plasma fire scorched the doorframe behind her. The blast door sealed. Barack had the Falling Star moving before Melissa reached the airlock. Strap in, he called over the ship's internal This won't be smooth. Station Prometheus's defense grid lit up, warning sirens blaring about unauthorized departure. Barack ignored them all, pushing the ship's engines beyond recommended thrust. The Falling Star could handle it. He'd modified her himself. Behind them, a Krell interceptor launched from Dock 23. "We've got company." Melissa's voice carried that sharp edge humans got in combat situations. Fear but not panic. "Good, I noticed." Burok banked hard, threading the ship between two cargo haulers. The Krell interceptor was faster, but he knew this belt. He'd been running cargo through Prometheus's asteroid field for cycles. "Can we fight them?" "No." "Can you navigate?" "What co-pilot's console?" "I'm transferring nav controls." "I need to fly. You need to plot." "I'm a waitress." "You were a waitress." Burok snap-rolled to avoid debris. "Now you're unemployed and possibly wanted for aiding a criminal. Might as well learn a new skill." He heard her move to the co-pilot station, heard the systems boot up. To her credit, she didn't freeze. "What am I looking for?" "The Widow's Veil. It's a debris field, 3,000 kilometers, too dense for their scanners." "That seems too dense for our scanners too." "It is. You're going to fly blind through an asteroid field." "Not blind." Burok's nictitating membranes flicked across his eyes. Biological adaptation. His species had developed for exactly this kind of navigation. Draconians see heat signatures. Those asteroids are cold, but the gaps between them are colder. It's like reading negative space. That's the most terrifying thing I've heard today. You warned a crime lord about assassins using hole-punched paper. Your standards for terror are inconsistent. She laughed again. Humans did that too much in crisis situations. The Widow's Veil appeared on set as a churning mass of rock and metal that had once been a mining colony before the accidental singularity. Burok didn't slow down. "Hold on," he said. They plunged into the field. The falling star danced through gaps that shouldn't exist, turning on axes that violated comfort regulations, dropping and rising in patterns that would make navigation AI crash from paradoxes. But Burok's heat sight didn't lie, and his reflexes were enhanced by 40 cycles of survival. Behind them, the Krell interceptor tried to follow its debris signature. Lasted 3 seconds before the field consumed it. Burok emerged on the far side, cut engines to minimum, and let the ship drift into the shadow of a dead moon. Silent running protocols activated automatically for 30 seconds. Neither of them spoke. Then Melissa said, "So, about that job offer." Burok's laugh surprised him, a sound he hadn't made in cycles. It came out as more of a hiss, but the humor was genuine. "Galley's 1 deck down," he said. "Food synthesizer is broken, but there's real protein in the cold storage. If you can cook half as well as you can warn people about incoming death, we'll both eat better." That's my job description. Cook an early warning system. Also crew. Also partner, if you survive the probation period. How long is probation? Until one of us dies or gets arrested. That's not a very precise time frame. Welcome to life outside station regulations. Melissa Burok set course for the outer reaches, where names meant less than skills and questions cost more than answers. Humans call it freedom. We Draconians call it survival. Same thing, different poetry. In the co-pilot's seat, still wearing her ridiculous waitress uniform, Melissa pulled up the star charts and started learning how to navigate. Behind them, Station Prometheus grew smaller, just another point of light in an infinite darkness that suddenly seemed less empty than before.